In this nitty-gritty prime time Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at Mahjong Time. The topic for this session is going to be intel gathering. This is in the series for, really, it's game theory, critical thinking, situational awareness, social intelligence. That's game theory. So we're going to talk about that in this short presentation, and then we're going to do gameplay with commentary. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing about my channel. Channel members, thank you so much for joining to support Mahj Life. And moderators, as always, thank you so much for helping monitor chat. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get started on today's topic. Hi, JL. Hi, Shirley. Okay, let's see. We have it ready to go here. Oh, I had it up there. There it is. Essential skills, intel gathering. What that means is really situational awareness and social intelligence. This is the intel you can gather when playing Mahjong. And it's mostly productive when you're playing in person. There are some tells that you can gather playing online, but they're very limited. So when you're playing in person, you can really develop these skills. The process that you go through, and for the most part, this happens naturally, but there is a process that you go through, and that is you observe, then you interpret, then you decide, and you execute. Observe what's happening at the table, interpret the information you gather, then make a plan and decide what to do, and then execute on that plan. That all happens naturally in your mind, very quickly, actually. But you can develop these skills by practicing. That's what we're going to talk about. Situational awareness is the perception of cues from players at the table and the interpretation of what they could mean. Situational awareness, it's the perception of cues from players at the table and the interpretation of what they could mean. You have to take this with a grain of salt, though, because you're not always going to be playing with people that you know. When you play with the same people, often you can get used to their behaviors, their mannerisms, their body language and micro expressions, and your interpretation of their tells can become fairly accurate. When you are playing with people that you don't know, there are a lot more assumptions. So take all this with a grain of salt, and we'll have some fun with it. There are 3 phases of a game in American Mah Jongg: the Charleston, the play, and the pay. The Charleston is a big part of the game, even though it's actually a pre-game, because the game doesn't officially start until East discards that first tile. So the Charleston is really, it is a, oh, what word am I looking for? Well, it's an expediter. It is an accelerator. That's what it is, an accelerator. Basically, the whole purpose of the Charleston is to quickly improve your dealt hand. You want to quickly work through hand development through the series of passes, up to 21 tiles, and then hopefully be in a good position going into the play, which is when East discards. Then you play the game, pick and discard one at a time, calling tiles, drawing tiles, and then hopefully you will win. And then you get to the pay, which is also part of the game. You've got to be able to announce the value of your hand, and then your opponents validate it. And there are all kinds of nitty-gritty things that can happen at that stage as well. For situational awareness during the Charleston, watch for tiles that continually show up. So the first right, then across, then left, those are one and done. Then you have the second Charleston. This is when you might see the same tiles, but not always. Just be mindful of the tiles that come back around in the second Charleston, because you might be able to sort of backtrack. If you change your mind, maybe you'll see one of the tiles that you passed in the first Charleston. Watch for tiles that don't show up. So with these two, another thing that you could do is see perhaps a trend. For example, are you seeing wins going around? Are you seeing odds? Or maybe you're not seeing evens. And try to remember the predominance if you can, and especially how it impacts your own hand development. If you're not getting keepers after the first Charleston, you might even consider switching, which is interesting because that would send out new tiles in the second Charleston. And I have heard, incidentally, that some groups omit the second Charleston as a house rule. But there's a purpose in the Charleston, and that is to expedite hand development. And if you do both of the Charlestons, and there are times when you're going to want to stop the Charleston, but it behooves you to keep going and do both Charlestons if you can. And hopefully we'll be able to talk about that when we do gameplay with commentary. So watch for tiles that continually show up in the passing. Watch for tiles that don't show up. Remember who passes blind. Now, some of these things are going to require a really strong memory, and I don't have a very strong short-term memory. So I have to pick and choose what I'm going to keep at the front of my mind. And one of those things is who passes blind, because that is going to be an indicator that they could have a well-developed hand, or maybe they're in between hands. I would not want to risk passing them certain tiles if I think they have a well-developed hand. So try to remember who passes blind. Similarly, try to remember who stops the Charleston, especially if that person sits across from you. Remember the number of tiles passed in the optional across. This is another one of those key indicators that can give you an idea of who may have a well-developed hand. And you can use that information to help with your own decision-making on your hand development and whatever position you find yourself in after the Charleston, and maybe modify the level of risk that you're going to be taking going into the pick and discard phase of the game. During the begin game, this is after the Charleston, and this is when you're picking and discarding from the short wall. Typically, the first 1 to 5 discards are useless tiles. Sometimes I call that chaff. Basically, they're just useless. They're tiles that are not keepers during the Charleston. So typically, tiles 1 through 4 being discarded are not going to have too much meaning, unless, of course, it's from an opponent who passed blind or stopped the Charleston. Sometimes those discards could be meaningful, especially too if they have an early exposure. You might want to start monitoring their discards so that you can attempt to identify what hand they're playing, or at least what category they're in. In the middle game, this is when you're picking and discarding from when the short wall is gone, that second wall. And typically this is where you have 80 tiles remaining. That's the start of the middle game. These would be discards 5 through 10 up to the middle of the middle game, which would be 60 tiles remaining. Usually this is when you start seeing whittled keepers. So basically the first 5 discards are usually useless or just unwanted tiles. Then you start seeing whittled keepers. And then after that is when you start seeing discards that will be more telling, especially post exposure discards at this point of the game. Monitor those exposures and then use a process of elimination to try to identify what hand your opponent is playing. And if you can't identify what hand they're playing, at least try to identify what category they're in. Discards right after the exposure are the most telling at this stage of the game. In the end game, when you have 40 tiles remaining, that's the mark of the end game. Anytime somebody rearranges tiles significantly, that can be an indicator that they're folding and that they have just decided to break up their hand and discard safely. Exposures during this phase of the game can reveal players who are playing to win. If anybody makes an exposure in the end game, typically they're playing to win. Although there are some players who like to make exposures as kind of a red herring, a bluff, I guess, a bluff of some kind. But I personally don't do that. If I know I cannot win and I'm going to switch to defense or fold, I am not going to make any exposures because I don't want to reveal information to anybody. I want to keep it all secret and discard as safely as I can, one tile at a time. I want to minimize exposure, not just my exposures, but I just want to let loose one tile at a time. A tell is another way to gather intel. Intel, tell, yeah, it just kind of worked out that way. A tell is an unintentional cue that can give you insight into someone's thoughts. Take this with a grain of salt, similar to the other situational awareness intelligence that you gather, because it's going to depend on how well you know this person. The more you know a person, the more accurate your interpretation. And then on the other side of the spectrum, if you don't know the person who you're trying to read, that's going to come with more assumptions, and they may or may not be accurate. And also, people can feign their behavior. So be mindful that some people do bluff. Social intelligence via tells apply to the wall in play sometimes. And the wall in play, or strategy by wall, was inspired by Tom Sloper of Sloperama. So I just want to give him a quick shout out. But I have taken that original idea and made it my own. And I've named it Hot Toys Strategy by Wall, because I have added a lot to it from my own experience. In the begin game, when everybody gets their tiles, you might hear somebody say, "I got nothing." And that verbal tell can be an indicator that you may have, or you may be in a position that is more likely to win in someone saying, "I have nothing," because they are going to have to just start from scratch or just throw darts at a wall in the dark. So if you know what you're doing, building around strength, gathering tiles for the strength of your hand, maximizing by using all your tiles, you have a plan of action. But if someone at the table says, "I got nothing," that's a bit of an indicator that you may have an advantage over them. Slight advantage, I would say, probably. Another begin game verbal tell is someone would say, maybe in the middle of the Charleston, the second Charleston, let's say, they might say, "I went the wrong way." And an indicator there would be that they're going to have to start from scratch. If they went the wrong way, maybe they didn't get enough keepers to make a significant move towards a better developed hand. They probably are stagnant with their progress. So someone saying I went the wrong way can be an indicator that you may have an advantage for that particular hand at that particular time. Another one more into the middle game could be, I can't buy a flower. I've heard this several times, and it's interesting why people use the word buy. I'm not quite sure why that would be, but I have heard this many times before. I can't buy a flower. This is an indicator that they don't have any. They can't get flowers. That could mean that the flowers are in the wall, but it could also mean that the flowers could be in the other two opponents' hands. If you have no flowers and somebody else says, I can't get a flower, then you can use that information, especially if you need them. Maybe consider changing your hand if you're not too far into the game. Or you could also think to yourself, if I have a flower and I'm not going to be using it, I'd better discard it quick before they're ready to act on it. So all of these verbal tells are valuable pieces of intel that you can use to your advantage. There are also physical tells. This would be body language and even micro expressions. Micro expressions are facial expressions. So in the middle game, you might see a hesitation. This hesitation would happen typically after a discard, and that's really more of a timing tell. And so I'm going to modify this into a fourth kind of tell called a timing tell. So there's a verbal tell, physical tell, a timing tell, which is what a hesitation is, because they're hesitant to act on a tile. That's all about timing. Maybe they're not ready, or maybe they're ready, but they don't want to risk jokers, let's say. That information is good to know or good to notice, especially if that kind of behavior repeats. You may have an advantage with someone who continually hesitates. Another verbal tell in the end game might be, where are all the jokers? This is a great tell, especially if you want jokers, because if they have no jokers, then that might mean that they're still in the wall. Or of course they could be in the other two players' hands. But if one player says, where are the jokers? There's a good indication that they don't have any, which means more for you. Here's a physical tell in the end game, maybe a flinch, where this actually would be the middle game still, the third wall. So I need to update that end game to middle game. But this is where maybe somebody who's not quite ready to call after a discard. This would be another timing tell where they would flinch after a discard. Or maybe somebody makes an exposure with their tile and they flinch. That would be both timing and physical. Great information, because if you come up with that tile later, maybe a turn or two later, and you're not needing it, you might want to discard it right away, hoping that they're still not quite ready. So all those physical tells and timing tells can really give you information that you can use to your advantage. Another end game tell would be a cringe. And typically this again would happen after a discard, or maybe after somebody makes an exposure with a tile that a particular player might need for themselves. In the end game, that could be very painful. Tile tells are the fourth type of tell. This is an example of a tell that you might see with beginners or maybe intermediate players as well. And that is where they put spaces between the tiles on their rack. I used to play with someone who would do this, and I could tell just by the way they are spacing their tiles what kind of hand they're playing. And more times than not, I was correct based on watching the way that they're drawing and inserting tiles and then discarding and making exposures. So these spaces on a rack can be very telling. Another tile tell would be tilts. And this is kind of a timing tell as well, where someone discards a tile and then a player immediately turns a tile to its side. If that tilt happens right after a discard, more likely than not, that tile is a tile they need, and tilting it tells them how many are visible on the table, whether in an exposure or a discard. So they might turn it to the right to indicate one is out, and then they might turn it to the left, still horizontal, like like a horizontal, I guess that is, to the rack, to show that 2 are out. And then if they turn it upside down, 3 are out, or something like that. So people who tend to tilt tiles and turn tiles, a lot of times that can give you information. So there are some things that you can do to still use your tiles to help you remember what's happening at the table, but you want to pause between a discard or exposure before you do any kind of tilting or turning, so that people don't make that connection. Another tile tell is placement. I played with somebody once who put all their jokers to the left. And I knew that because anytime they would call and they would make their exposure, they would bring the joker from the left side of their rack into their exposure, and they would do that continually. So anytime they picked a tile and they immediately put that tile to the left, I could assume that that is a joker. If they never put a tile to the left, then I'm thinking, well, maybe they don't have any jokers. So again, there are assumptions, and you've got to know these people, but a lot of times people are very, they're predictable. So they'll place flowers and jokers typically on one side of the rack or the other. Here's an example of a placement of flowers on the right or left. This would be, actually, this would be the right of the rack if we're facing this player. So jokers on the left or on the right and vice versa. Just be mindful and watch when people draw and make exposures to get an idea of where they place their tiles. You might be able to gain an advantage at the table just by watching tile tells. You'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. That is a quote by Dr. Seuss, and I love it. It fits perfectly with situational awareness and social intelligence. So I hope you found that helpful. If you are wanting to minimize your tells, say nothing at the table about the game in play, which you should do anyway. And then also try not to fiddle with your tiles too much. When you get your pick, put it where it goes and then hands off. Try not to fiddle too much with those tiles. And then watch and learn. All right, we're going to play Mahjong at Mahjong Time, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about the one tell that you get online, which is a hesitation, but there are very few other tells that you can catch online. Most of those tells happen in person. I hope you found that helpful. If I missed any tells that you know of, or any other situations that might happen at the table that I missed, please let me know by email or in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I've got the game ready to go, and we'll play some Mahjong. And we're going to use this layout here. All right. Excellent, Sue. Thank you. All right. We're going to join this table here. We're ready to go. First game. When you play online, you don't really have the opportunity to see where people place tiles and their mannerisms with tile tells, any physical tells. We can't see anybody. So the only one really that we can gather intel from would be any hesitations. And that might come from hesitations, even during the Charleston or the pick and discard phase of the game, that also You want to be mindful of the tiles that are being passed or not being passed. So let's see, we have a pair of souths. That's really our only multiple. So I probably would do something with winds here. So let's pass the 1, the 7, and then let's see, we have 5, 6, 7. Let's let the 9 go, I think. Actually, we have 5, 7, 9 dragon. Let's let the 7 dot go. Okay, we have a hand in here, 5, 7, 9 dragon, but we could maybe do something consecutive with the dragon. Oh, look at what we got. 2 multiples. Very nice. That worked out well. Let's break up the wind and go with 5, 6, 7. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 dragon. I don't want to pass like numbers. Let's pass the 5 crack. I don't like passing 2 winds together, and I don't like passing like numbers. We do not have any keepers this time. So let's pass south with a 1 and a 2. If we get an 8, maybe we could play 6 through 9 concealed. Maybe we'll get the 5 back. So there was a bit of a hesitation there. Everybody's passing fully. Where are we here? Okay, so that was the right across. We just finished the left. We definitely want to keep going. So we said yes, yes. Everybody wants to keep going. So let's pass 6 bam 4 dot with a west. Six, 7 dragon. 3rd hand down under consecutive run. Looks pretty good to me. We really don't have to pick a hand yet, though. We still have discards. We got the 8 and the 5. Wow. That's pretty amazing, actually. Okay, we're going across. We have tiles we can pass. I would risk passing a white dragon in this case. We have a couple of hands with no gaps. Either the 3rd hand down under consecutive run or the concealed hand. Thank you, Evelyn. That does help my channel quite a bit. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get more keepers in here. We got the 5 crack. Wow, look at that. So we have 3 discards. And we have our pairs. We need a red dragon, though. That is our weakness right now. Since we have a pair of flowers, I think we should let the 9 crack go. We could maybe have played that 1st hand on the right under consecutive run, but we would have to throw away a pair of flowers. Okay, now the player across from us is passing 1 blind. That is a tell. Oh, look at, we got a 4 crack here too. They want 2. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We can pass 2. I would pass. If they ask for 1, I would decline. We're going to go ahead and pass. We have 5 crack pair, 6 crack pung, 7 crack pair. We might play the 5th hand down on the left. 1 suit Kongs with a pair of flowers. No keepers. We have almost an identical pass. Okay, let's let the 6 bam go.
6 bamboo.
We have probably three discards now. We were east, so we had an extra tile. We have 2 discards if we play the concealed hand, and we have 3 discards if we play the 3rd hand down. Let's see. No, not the 3rd hand down, the 5th hand down. We have a pair pung pair. So probably the fifth hand down or maybe the concealed hand.
5 bamboos.
So it's a matter of drawing well.
4
Okay, now
characters.
that is, we're in the second round of
bamboos.
discards. This is our third round now. Let's discard the 5 dot.
5
Okay,
dots.
now with 3 flowers, there's really not much we can do there.
4 dots.
In one suit, we should just let the flower go.
9 bamboos. 7 bamboos.
Let's just let the flower go now.
Flower. 4 dots.
We're looking for 4, 5, 6, 7, 5,
2
6, 7, 8.
characters.
Really 5, 8 would be the
6
deciding tiles.
characters.
Okay, now here we need to decide. I would go ahead and Kong. We have a hand with no gaps, all multiples.
Kong.
So now I would let that 4 bam go
4
because I want to
bamboos.
distance myself from a keeper. The 4 bam after
Kong.
exposing a 6 crack. Okay, now let's see what they discard. 4 bam
South
Kong,
wind.
and they discard a south. So I would
Kong.
say, well, clearly they're not playing north
8
and south with a run,
bamboos.
but they might have been thinking about it. Let's discard this dragon.
Red dragon.
Now the player on our left, they have a Kong of souths. There is a
Green
north out,
dragon.
and I don't recall seeing a hesitation there.
6 bamboos.
They could potentially be playing a quint
2 dots.
because they didn't hesitate on that north. Let's throw the 7.
7 bamboos.
A lot of bams are out.
2 dots.
So we have 5, 7, and cracks paired up. We can Kong one of them.
North wind.
We need a good pick so we can be set.
3 dots.
Okay, 5 dot we let go of.
5 dots. 8 bamboos. 1 bamboo.
No big
3
hesitations
dots.
so far. 2s can go.
2 dots. 3 characters.
Seems like
8
nobody
dots.
here is playing a year hand. I would think there would be hesitations on the 2s and
9
3s.
dots.
Okay, we need a keeper. No, that's not a keeper.
2 characters.
So no hesitations on 2s and 3s.
6 dots.
We don't see white dragons yet. I'm
2
always mindful
characters.
of year tiles.
3 bamboos.
There's a hesitation on the 3.
Mahjong.
We have a Mahjong, east and west with a run. So they did have a south, east and west with a run. So they were playing on the other side. They had a really good Charleston, really good result. And by the way, they passed blind. They were the player who passed blind. Over here we have 7, 8, 9, 9, I believe. Second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. They might have been also trying for 7, 8 dragon. They're probably in between, but they have a nice setup there. Here we have a quint with 1s. They didn't have jokers though. So they were attempting a quint with no jokers. Risky, gutsy, moxie. Let's go again. Thank you. Yes, it is a tell. Any player who passes blind is a tell. That could be a tell that they are either, this is where if you know them, it helps, because players who typically pass blind because they're in between hands are beginners. And the only way you would know that is if you know them, or if you're familiar with how long they've been playing. If you know a person and you can see here online, for example, that they have some rank on their belt, that they know what they're doing. In that case, they probably have a well-developed hand. So yes, that is a tell. Okay, now here we have a pair of Norse and a pair of fours. So my thought is to leverage those multiples and probably play news concealed. We have gaps though. We might be able to do north and south with a run. So I would hold the 2. We'll hold the 5 and then pass. Okay, now this is a little bit risky right here. 2-8 dragon like that. That would be very risky. So let's keep the green dragon and pass the white. I'm thinking news concealed at the moment, or north and south with a run if we get a 3 crack. Okay, now here's an east. So that's helpful for that concealed hand. We have a 4 crack pair that we're leveraging here. So we need consecutive pungs in 2 suits with news. Single east-west, pungs north-south. We have a single gap west. Otherwise, we can use jokers. We might see a west. There it is. Okay, so now we have no gaps, and I would definitely commit. I would commit to that particular hand. We have no gaps for news concealed. Here's a hesitation. We got a keeper, 2 keepers. I would stop the Charleston. We have, let's see, hold on. Let's just think a second. We have 3 discards. We would have to pass a flower. I think I would risk it and do it. I very rarely pass a flower, but we have a hand with no gaps. A hand with no gaps. We might still see keepers. So let's keep going. Oh gosh. Okay. Gosh. Yes. This is going to be risky. Oh my goodness. I don't usually do this. Oh. Okay. Let's just hope we get a keeper out of this. We're risking giving a flower away here. And a 5-6, the most efficient tiles in the set. We really don't want a keeper in this pass here. We want a keeper in the next 2 passes now. So we're going to pass 3. Regardless, we're going to be a front runner here. We still have to draw well because we're playing a concealed hand. Why not stop? Because I don't usually pass flowers. Flowers are used in 44% of the hands on the card. So it's a risky tile to give away. But if your hand is well developed, you can accept that risk. No keepers, and we got like numbers. So I would break those up. I would just pass 2 in this case. I think passing like numbers is almost as risky as passing a pair. So we're looking for maybe 1 more keeper if possible. Not this time. And we have 3 tiles we can pass. Let's just see what our opponent wants. Uh-oh, the player we gave a flower to wants 2 tiles. So, oh, we need to draw well. So let's pass 1 and 6. I'm hoping we'll get a keeper. No regrets. No keepers. We have 3 discards. We're east, though. We have an extra. So we have 2 discards. That was an excellent Charleston. Now we just need to draw 2 good tiles out of that wall.
West wind.
And, well, we're going to pass. We need 2 good picks.
8 bamboos.
We need specific tiles,
9
but jokers
bamboos.
will help. 8 crack, we can let that go.
8 characters. 3 bamboos. 1 character.
So typically these are all
6 bamboos.
useless tiles. We can let the 7 go.
7 bamboos.
A lot of BAMs are going out again.
5 characters.
We're looking for 4 crack 5 BAM.
8 dots.
We're playing News Concealed.
9 bamboos.
8 BAM is already out.
8 bamboos.
Wow, there's a lot of big numbers out. 8, 9, 7, 8,
9
9.
dots.
A lot of 7, 8, 9 are out.
9 dots. 6 characters.
Oh, and that's a pass. Might as well throw it.
6 characters. 9 bamboos.
So we haven't seen any 2s, 4, 5.
3 bamboos.
2, 4, 5 are not out yet.
4 characters.
There's the 4. That's our tile, but we're okay. Okay, now there's joker bait. There's a
4
pair we don't
bamboos.
need. We might be able to get a joker out of this, maybe.
4 characters.
Okay, now that's the second 4 crack. So we're going to need to dedicate a
9
joker
dots.
to our 4 because both 4 cracks are out.
Green dragon.
Let's hope we get a, okay, so let's see here. Let's let the 1 dot go.
1 dot.
If we get more wins, we could potentially
8
switch to
characters.
news, all wins, first hand.
8 dots.
Maybe the first hand with Kong, Pung, Pung, Kong.
6 dots.
We're just going to wait and see how this goes.
1 dot.
So the 1 dots nobody wanted. It's still a bit early. We're at 60 tiles.
South wind.
Okay, we're going to stay concealed. Right now, we still have no gaps and 2 discards.
6 bamboos.
We're 2 picks away from the very middle of the game.
7 dots.
Big hesitation there. Oh, we do not want to hold flowers.
Flower.
Another hesitation here. No takers, though.
7 bamboos. 5 characters.
We're looking for 5 BAMs, north and south. Jokers would be nice.
2 characters.
We have 2 discards at the moment. There's a joker.
1
So
character.
the 4 crack is dedicated because 2 are out. This west
6
is a
bamboos.
discard. So
7
north, south,
characters.
joker. 5 BAM would be ideal.
5 bamboos.
Oh, that's our tile. We're not ready though. Green dragon. That has been discarded, so we're okay there.
Green dragon.
That was just discarded, so I'm surprised there was a hesitation.
North wind.
Okay, that's our tile, but we got to let it go. So north and south are out. West is out.
8 dots.
So my hope is that nobody else is playing wins.
2 bamboos.
We need a keeper. Oh, flower. Uh-oh.
Flower.
Flowers are going to be more and more risky as the game progresses. There's another hesitation on the flower.
West wind.
We're going to pass. There was a hesitation after me. Somebody else,
9 characters.
maybe somebody's playing wins. No white dragons are out yet. Somebody could be
Green
doing
dragon.
something with news.
Pung.
There's the green dragon hesitator.
5 characters.
And that joker's locked in, by the way.
9 characters.
Okay, we need a good pick out of that wall.
5 characters.
6 died. 1 is out. We have
6
2 picks
dots.
before the end game. So we're still in the middle game. 40 tiles remaining. That is the end game. We have a good safe tile. 1 tile.
3
And
characters.
it appears nobody wants wins. Even though there was a bit of hesitation on that west, that could just
9
mean that
characters.
they delayed it. I don't think anyone else is
1
playing
bamboo.
wins. So north, south, 5 BAM would be great. A 4 BAM, shucks. Oh well.
4 bamboos.
We got close to it.
2 dots. 3 dots.
We are in the last pick of the middle game. Last pick for the middle game. Okay, there's a 3-dot
2
column.
characters.
Okay, we need a keeper here. Red. Shoot. Okay, we're going to let that go.
Red dragon.
We are now going into the end game after these next 2 picks. We have 1 discard.
1 character.
Which we got close to ready.
Red
I
dragon.
lately my goal has been to be ready to win by the end of the 3rd wall.
7 characters.
Oh no, flower.
Flower.
Yikes. I think that's
4
the
bamboos.
third one out. 3rd flower out. Yes. Okay, we need a
1
keeper.
bamboo.
We need a north-south 5 bam. Joker would be great.
3 characters.
We need a keeper. 2 bam. 1 is out.
2 bamboos. 6 characters.
All right, now with a
Flower.
3-dot Kong, there's another flower, 4th one.
3 characters.
Okay, we need a keeper here. Come on now. 7 crack. 2 are out.
7 characters. 6 characters. 9 bamboos.
Okay, our pick is coming up. We need a keeper here.
Red dragon.
North, south, 5 bam. Oh, darn, we got skipped. Shoot.
2 bamboos.
Okay, so they must be playing a year hand with dragons. 2
9
bam.
dots.
3 2 bams are out. 1
East
2
wind.
dot is out. 3 dots are all out. We'll pass. 2 dot. They threw a 2 dot.
2 dots.
That was a little scary though,
4
still.
dots.
Okay, how many 2 cracks are out? Let's see, 3 crack, 3 are out. My guess is they're playing with
1
2
bamboo.
cracks. 2 cracks year
4 dots.
year tiles over there.
5 bamboos.
No white dragons are out. There's our tile. Oh, shucks. Okay. So what we need now is to
1
dedicate this
character.
as a 5 bam. So now we need north and south out of that wall.
2 bamboos.
Or jokers. North and south are jokers.
8 dots. 4 dots.
The red dragon, nope, the red dragon is locked in. Okay, now 5 dot, none are out. We need to wait on that.
West wind.
No 5 dots are out.
North wind.
This player across from, that's our tile. That's the challenge when you play a concealed hand. You got to draw well. And we
East
really
wind.
did not make much of a move forward with this through picking. We didn't pick. We didn't get our keepers out of the wall. That's where the luck comes
8
in.
bamboos.
Okay, 1 dot is out. So this
1
is where
dot.
you want to decide, you want to play to win or fold. We have
East
3
wind.
more picks. We're going to pass 3 more picks and 1 discard. But the likelihood of us drawing, let me see, we
3
need at
bamboos.
least 1 joker out of the wall.
3 bamboos.
If we draw a joker, we might discard that 5. That is a risky
7
tile right
dots.
now because none are out. They might be playing 4, 5, 6, 7, but the 6 dots are out.
Kong.
They are playing 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to need jokers, and they need this 5 dot for a Kong. We have 2 more picks and 2 jokers and a very risky tile. But my guess
Flower.
is they do not have the jokers because
Mahjong.
they don't have any jokers. And here's the year tiles with cracks. They had a couple jokers there. That's why I thought there's no way they had jokers, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is across from us. There's one joker in the wall. So reading hands, monitoring discards and exposures is one way to identify risky tiles right here. They needed a joker for their 6 dot, but they could have conged that 5 dot. Over here, this player couldn't get another flower. So they're playing 2-3 dragon. 2-3 dragon right there. All right, here we go again. All right, now, just because you do a risky pass once doesn't mean that that is going to become a habit. It's very situational. Oh, let's jump over here. We got in. So it's very situational. You just have to count the cost, make a decision based on a calculated risk rather than hope or guess. Well, I guess it's all a guess to some degree. Okay, now here we have a pung of 5s and a 2 dot pair. So pung 5, 2 dot pair. We have a 4, 5, 2. So I think what I would do here, we have a 1, 2, 2, 4, 5 green. I think I would let a dragon with the wind go here. Let's see. I don't want to play a concealed hand this time. Let's let the 1 crack go. We'll let the 1 crack go. We could have tried for maybe news concealed. Maybe the north will come back. One crack west. Okay, so let's throw 1 crack 8. I'm kind of hoping, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I hope we get a 1 dot and a 3 dot. That would be nice. Okay, so let's see, 2 dot pair. So let's throw the 2 bam. No, let's keep number tiles. We're going to keep number tiles. We need efficiency here. Oh, look, we got the 1. Okay, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single pair pung, Kong Kong. So let's keep consecutive. Oops, we need that 1. Okay, now south 2, 6 can go. Let's see, is that good? Yes. A 3 dot would be ideal right now. That's a gap for us. Single pair pung, Kong Kong. We have some little odd potential in here and some consecutive run 1 through 5 there. We definitely want to keep going. I think the 1 bam should go. 1, 7 west. So we have 1 through 5 here. Pung 5, pair 2. Okay, we have a 5 crack, 1 crack west. So I would keep the 4, 5. West and 1 can go. So I'm thinking the 2 bam can go. We have 2 through 5 predominantly. 2 through 5 of some kind. I would love to get a 3 dot. We have a 2 crack, but that's really not helpful. So not with the tiles we have. We have a green dragon, which does correspond, but it really, without a 1 bam or flowers, that green dragon is useless. So I would let it go. We have gaps. I want to wait and see how many our opponent wants. I do not want to exchange one tile. That just is a pet peeve of mine. I do not want to exchange one tile, and there's a delay here. So my guess is they're running out the clock. At 3 seconds, we're going to say no. Okay. All right. So let's see. We'll just keep these tiles here and see what comes through. We're now drawing from the wall. We are north.
West wind.
This first discard would tell us what they
One
might have
character.
passed. One crack, that would not have been helpful for us. So we didn't miss out.
South wind.
All right, let's let the west go.
West wind.
We do have odds in here.
One character.
1, 9. Okay, we're going to pass. So I would let this one go now.
6 bamboos.
I would say we're playing probably some kind of a consecutive run
North
hand.
wind.
So one crack can go.
1 character.
The 8, 9 can go. We don't need those. We're playing 1 through 5
Green
of some
dragon.
kind. We'll pass on that.
2 bamboos. 6 characters.
Joker is good.
Green dragon.
All right, so maybe we can define this as a 3 dot and fill a gap.
3 dots.
Oh, shoot, there, now we need to, because that would be a pung for us.
7 dots.
So we're going to define a joker. We'll pick it up
South wind.
in the second one. Hopefully we'll draw. Let's see,
9
the other
dots.
thing we could potentially do here,
Red dragon.
1, 2, I think this is our best hand. 1, 2, 3,
9
dots.
dots.
single pair pung, Kong, 4 crack, 5 bam.
7 dots.
Okay, let's let the 9 crack go. Here's a 4.
9 characters.
So we have 3, 4, 5.
2 bamboos.
We have almost all 1 through 5 now. Just one clear
Red
discard.
dragon. 4 dots.
No, 8. No.
8 dots.
Looks like big numbers are going down again. There's a hesitation though,
Kong.
and a Kong with a joker.
Flower.
So we're gonna let this 8 crack go next. There was a hesitation on that flower.
8 dots.
Oh, they got a joker.
4 bamboos.
No, we don't want that. We're looking for 1, 2, 3 dots, 4, 5.
4 dots.
Okay, so let's let the 8 crack go.
8 characters.
All right, now here's a 5 dot.
Kong.
Oh, there, there's the joker over there for another 8. We have all 1 through
Red
5 now,
dragon.
but we're not going to keep all these. The 5 dot and the 5 crack probably will go.
Green dragon.
It would be ideal to draw a 3 dot. Okay, now here is a, let's see, 5, 6 crack. I don't think that's going to be helpful. Let's see. Let's let the 5 dot go.
5 dots. Pung.
Oh, we get another turn.
1 dot.
That's a single for us. 1 crack is out.
1 character.
I think next,
Flower.
the 5, 6 and cracks.
Pung.
We have 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're playing 5 dot, 5 dot pung. They're playing 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so let's pung.
Pung.
So we want to let go of these 3 4s because I think they're playing 3, 4, 5, 5.
4 bamboos.
They may have our 4 crack, but
3 dots.
we can use jokers there.
4 bamboos.
So now we don't have any gaps for our hand. We have a weakness with our 4
Green
crack.
dragon.
And my hope is that they're going to want
East wind.
the 5. Let's see here. We don't want to hold a flower. I think the
Flower.
5 crack should go next.
White dragon.
5 dot pung. Oh, they could be playing 1 3 5 5, by the way. 6th hand down under
dots.
little odds. Either way, we should let the
1 dot.
3 bam go. 3 bam, we don't need that.
3 bamboos.
And there's a hesitation. Okay, so my guesses are doing, well,
6
either
bamboos.
3 4 5 5 or 1 3 5 5. In bams.
9 bamboos.
The 1 3 bam or 3 4 bam is my guess.
2 bamboos.
There are 2 4 bams out right there.
White dragon.
2 4 bams are out.
9 characters.
Since there was a big hesitation there on that 3, and there are 8s out, these players with 8s, they don't need a 3.
4 bamboos.
Okay, now that solidifies that they're playing 1 3 5 5
7 dots.
because the 4 bam just went down. Okay, so we can let the 5 crack go.
5 characters.
They may pung here.
Mahjong.
Oh, they got a mahjong. Shucks. I wasn't sure that they would be ready on that, because that was a pretty early game. We're still in the middle game. So we have 1 3 5 5. Thankfully, they have a joker, so it wasn't pure. Okay, so over here we have 7 8 7 8. They had 1 discard. Over here, 2 4 6 8, ready to win on a 4 crack. So everybody was quite far along. We were the underdog here. We have 3 discards. Okay, we were playing a gap hand for a while. Okay, so let's see if we can get a nice strong deal. We need a nice strong deal. Multiples would be good. No gaps. Multiples with no gaps. Looks like we're going to play wins. We have north and south, 1 bam pair. 1 bam pair, north and south. Okay, so we have 1 3 north south. We might be able to do the concealed hand again. So let's pass 9 crack. 1 3 5 there. Let's pass 5 crack with a 7 bam. It'd be better for us to play with number tiles if wins don't come around in the first Charleston. This is where you want to look for trends. Okay, we did get a wind. So there's an east. It's kind of filling in for the concealed hand again. We're looking for if we do play the concealed hand, we're going to need a 2 dot or a 2 crack in here. If we do north and south, we need 2 bams. We got a 2 bam and a west and a 5. All right, now here we need to make a choice. We have 1 through 5, 2 pair. We would have to pass all wins. We would also have to pass all bams. Okay, so if we do, let's see here, north and south with a run, we could pass a 4 5 with a wind, and that would be better than passing all winds. Oh my gosh. Or we could pass 2 winds and play with number tiles. Oh my gosh, this is a tough choice. I think we should play number tiles. This is a tough one. I really don't like passing 2 winds like that. Oh man, we're gonna have to do it again. Shoot. I really did not want to do that. Okay, we're definitely gonna keep going. Okay, so north and south, we gave up a south. We're passing again to this player on the left. We gave them 2 winds. I don't want to give them another wind. We gave them a 4. So the 5 and the 7 we can pass. If we pass the 4, we're going to give them a pair of number tiles. I think we're better off to give them wins. Let's give them a north and an east and play number tiles. This was a tough situation here. Really tough. Oh my gosh, we got a flower. Wow. Okay, so let's pass 1, 3 north. I'm hoping we're going to see bams from the player on our left in the last right. Oh my gosh, that was, or wins. That was kind of painful. We've got our pairs 1 and 5. Wins. Oh, we got wins. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's a 2. Let's just stick with it. I don't want to pass wins again though. 2, well, we might as well. Because really we gave the wins to the player to our left. Let's just continue. This is risky. These wins are really going around. So this is right. Oh, they're passing blind. And they passed wins. Okay, so we're safe. We're good. I'm glad we didn't give them the 4. Okay, now we could still maybe do 1, 2, 3 with north and south, and then use the 5 bam as joker bait. We could also play 1 through 5. They want 2. We're going to pass 1. 1 or 2. Let's pass 2. We need another keeper in here. These north and south without the 2 bam paired up is not going to do us any good. And that 3 bam is a weakness. We're going to discard these souths right away. We got a north. Okay. All right. So
East wind.
we're going to let the winds go first.
North wind.
And here they come.
South wind.
Oh my goodness.
North wind.
We totally could have played a wind hand, but
9
the
characters.
number tiles are definitely more efficient. Let's see. Maybe we can keep the
7
flower for a
dots.
little while.
West wind.
Oh my goodness. What in the world?
South wind.
7 bamboos.
That was kind of a crazy
1
situation
character.
with winds. Wow.
6 characters.
Okay, we need keepers. We're an underdog on this one, by the way.
South wind.
I'm kind of hoping we'll draw a green dragon because look at the flowers. Maybe we could play 1, 3, 5 dragon if we can get a green dragon. That would be the 4th hand down under odds.
3 characters.
That would leverage the 1 and the 5.
6 dots.
So let's see. Let's let the west go.
West wind.
8 bamboos.
So it would be ideal to draw a green dragon.
5 dots.
1, 3, 5 dragon.
2 characters.
Oh, we got a 2.
West
Okay,
wind.
so with that, we could do 1, 2,
bamboos.
3 and let the 5s go. 4 bam. If another 4 bam goes down, we could
Green
maybe
dragon.
pung. There goes a green dragon and a hesitation, by the way.
One character. White dragon.
If another 4 bam goes down, we might pung.
4 bamboos.
There it is. Let's just pung. We've got no gaps for hands when
Pung.
the hand under consecutive run, the first one. So I would let the flowers go.
Flower.
We could pung the 2. We need help with our 3, but we have
8
our pairs.
characters.
So at this point, we need
Pung.
3 bams and jokers. Or a 4 bam would be nice. We could get our joker back.
4 characters.
So we'll let the flower go next.
3 characters.
Joker.
Flower.
So that can help us with our 3 bam. We need, let's see,
2 characters.
Doesn't appear that anyone is
Green
playing a
dragon.
year hand. There were no hesitations on the 2, 3, and white.
North wind.
I think I would still throw the 3 dot just the same.
3 dots.
So the 8, 8, 9, I'll just move this joker
Flower.
over here to separate the tiles. The 8, 9 are discards. I'd say we moved from
South
an
wind.
underdog to a front runner, I think, on this one.
8 dots.
We're not quite in the
Top.
middle of the middle game yet. We just got skipped.
Green
We have
dragon.
2 discards. If we can get one more good pick, 3 bam
5
or joker,
characters.
4 bam would be nice. We'll be set. If you can even be set by the end of the middle game, that's good too.
3 dots.
We're looking for a 3 bam. We don't want ear
2
tiles.
characters.
This is weird.
White
The
dragon.
last game we had 8s out like this. 8.8 crack, just
7
like that.
bamboos.
That's really strange how that worked out. We want to let this 8
6
bam go.
bamboos.
With 8s out, we don't want to hold an 8.
8 bamboos.
No hesitation though. So we
3
need to
bamboos.
swap out. Oh, that's our tile. We need to Kong that, but we're not ready. So we need a joker now for the 3 bam.
East wind.
Or I suppose we could use the 1 joker we have and just draw 3s or other jokers.
White dragon.
Joker, nice.
9
Okay, now
bamboos.
we'll be able to Kong that other 3 bam if it goes down. I'd rather pick it
2
though.
bamboos.
Okay, so let's pung.
Pung.
And now we are ready to win.
9
Ready to win on a
characters.
3 bam.
7 dots.
Now with a 2 bam out like that
7
and the 4,
bamboos.
somebody at the table might think we're playing 2, 3, 4, 5, or this
6
hand.
bamboos. 9 dots.
Okay, we're ready by the end of the middle
4
game.
characters.
This is one of my goals. Ready to win before
4
40
dots.
tiles remaining. That would be the end game. So we achieved a goal here.
Flower.
But we're letting it all hang out here.
6 characters.
Hesitation, a little bit of a hesitation there.
9 dots.
Now's when we start seeing who's playing to win.
Four dots.
That took a little while. That was a delayed decision there.
3 characters.
Okay, we're looking for, okay, 9 crack is, I think, already out
9
there.
characters.
We need a 3 bam to win. First hand under consecutive run.
Red dragon.
Okay, there's a hesitation. Are they playing 7-8 dragon?
North wind.
Okay, we need a keeper. There's a 4 bam and an 8 dot up for grabs for joker exchange.
2 characters.
6 dot. Okay, now this one is out, I think. Yep.
6 dots.
There's a hesitation on the 6 dot.
Pung.
So we have a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand.
8 bamboos.
Maybe, let's see.
9 characters.
That's a 2, 4, 6, 8 in one suit, probably.
5 characters.
There are 4 dots out. Here's our 4 bam. We got it. Mahjong.
4 bamboos.
We did it. Woohoo! Okay. Ooh. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, the first hand under consecutive run. And then over here, 2, 4, 6, 8 in one suit, 2, 4 in dots. They were going to need 2 jokers for that 4 dot. It's right here in front of them. Over here, 7, 8 dragon. The red dragons were going down though. 1, just 1. Here, 1, 3, 5 concealed, I think. They have a 5 crack pair that they were holding on to. All right, let's play again, and I'm going to turn on my light. We'll be able to play at least 3 more games. Thank you for the kudos. I'm very happy that we won a game. It's always nice to win at least once. We're waiting for a player to join us. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. We've got crickets chirping here. Here we go. All right, next game. We need a good strong deal. Multiples, no gaps. Is that too much to ask? All right, we do have multiple 6, 7 consecutive multiples. So we're going to do 6, 7, probably 6, 7, 8, 9 of some kind. We do have 4, 5, 6, 7. We have no 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7 it is. We have 5, 7, 7, 9 though, but we have a pair, the 6 crack. So let's let the 4, oh, you know what? We've got that south. Maybe we could do the concealed wind hand and use the 6, 7 mixed suit pungs. 6, 7. Okay, we have an east. We can keep that. Here's a pair of 4s. Okay, now here's a 9 bam. Well, we have a 6 crack pair though. The 4 bam, we got to break that up. Okay, and then the 7 dot can go. All right, looks like we're going to do news concealed. We need more wins big time. This is a bit risky. If we get number tiles, I'd much rather play 5, 6, 7, 8 or something like that. Here's a wind though. We have tiles we can pass, so no worries. We have north and south anyway. We need a west in here to fill a gap. That's a single tile though, so I don't get too concerned about a single gap. If there was a pair gap or a bigger multiple gap, then I would be concerned. Okay, now here we have 1, 4, 5. Really, that's not helpful at all. We're definitely going to keep going. We have 4 clear discards. So 1, 4, 9 can go. Let's see. Yes, because we have the 6 crack pair. We want to be able to use that 6 crack pair. So west would be ideal. We've got an east and a 7 dot. We're just going to keep the wind. I was just thinking, if we get a 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5 in dots. Can we get a 3, 4, 5 in dots? No. All right, but here's an 8. So we have 6, 7, 8. We might be able to use that. The east is not helpful without a west, really. And if we play the concealed news hand, we don't need a pair of east. I'd rather use number tiles for options. So the wind, out of here. All right, now we have like numbers with 4s and a 5. All right, let's see what our opponent wants here. These are not helpful. I probably, if they want 3, I would pass fully. I'm just thinking though, if we can get a 5 crack, we could play 5, 6, 7, 8 mixed suits. They want 2. It would be nice to get a 5 crack or west. No keepers. So we have 3, well, really we have 4 discards. So I would say we would be probably an underdog because we're playing a concealed hand and we have a gap.
East wind.
We need a west. We just got the west. So I would say
9 dots.
we've moved up to contender, I think. Because
7
now
dots.
all we need to do is build. We have no gaps.
4
So
characters.
we're a contender now. We have 3 discards. We still need to draw well
8
in these
bamboos.
next 4 discards. It would be very, oh, there we go. There's
8
joker bait.
bamboos.
Okay, we might be able to get a joker exchange out of those.
6 bamboos.
We're not going to be able to go far though, because I'm hoping we'll draw
6
keepers.
dots.
Now, only 1 east is out.
3
Winds did not
characters.
come around very much. So we may have a
1
competitor
character.
for north and south.
8 bamboos.
So let's see, that's 1, 2,
7 characters.
that's the third round of discards.
Kong.
The first 5 discards are
South
usually where people are still letting go of useless tiles. We got a keeper.
4
I would say we're
bamboos.
definitely a contender at this point. We have
1
2
character.
discards and we might be able to snag a joker.
5 bamboos.
It would be awesome to draw a 7 crack.
4 dots.
Okay, now let's see if anybody wants that. No, not at all. But we can let it go. Look what we got.
4 dots.
We're a front runner now, baby.
Green dragon.
1 good pick. We'll be ready to win. News concealed.
5 bamboos.
It's not guaranteed. This is a concealed hand.
4 bamboos.
A flower. We definitely don't want to keep that.
Flower.
So we are officially in the middle game now. One
Kong.
pick from ready. 2 jokers are
1
available for
dot.
exchange. A flower or a 7 crack.
Six bamboos.
4 crack. I think that was thrown.
4 characters. Flower.
Oh, they got it. Darn. All right, there's still one more.
North wind.
There's, oh, we'll pass. So there's 1 north and 1 south out.
1 character.
We need a keeper.
White dragon.
A 6 bam. No.
6 bamboos. Red dragon. 1 bamboo.
All right. Keeper coming up. Joker flower keeper.
8 dots.
That didn't work.
1 bamboo. Red dragon.
I don't think we have a competitor for wins.
West wind.
Oh yeah, we can pass.
Four bamboos.
We need a keeper now. Oh, 5 crack.
5 characters.
Oh, there's a hesitation. Oh my goodness. Okay.
5 characters.
Oh, there it goes. Maybe that was, oh no. Okay, so that hesitation
5 characters.
probably, okay, so it could have been the player across from us.
8 dots.
Okay, now we need a keeper. Ah, 1 crack or 1 bam. That's a 1 bam. All right, let's throw the 4 dot.
4 dots.
At least we have a safe discard. Okay, we're in the middle of the
6
middle game
dots.
right now. Middle of the middle game.
West wind.
Oh, that's a pass.
One dot.
We need that key. We got it. Okay. Ready
1
to win by
bamboo.
the end of the middle game. We just entered the middle game, so we're good. We can win on 1 of 3
6
tiles.
bamboos.
North, south, or 6 crack. And we are
1
stealth.
bamboo.
We are stealth mode. Nobody knows what we're doing. We're flying under the radar
5
here.
bamboos.
Okay, we don't need west.
West wind. 8 characters. Flower.
Oh, that's 5 out.
North wind.
There it is. Mahjong. Woohoo!
Mahjong.
No, we have news concealed. I think this is for some reason this hand comes in for me. I don't know why. Maybe I see it or I leverage the wins in the draw. It depends really on what you have, but it just worked out because we had consecutive multiples in 2 suits. That was the kicker for this one. All right, let's see. What do we have around the table? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, pung kong, probably. Second hand down under consecutive run. Here we have like numbers with 2s, very close on our heels, 1 discard. Here we have like numbers with 9s, no flowers though. So they were playing a gap hand. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze in 2 more games. Thank you for the kudos on that. Hopefully we'll get started on this one pretty quick. Okay, let's see here. We have a couple of jokers and we have consecutive multiples. 5, 6, 7, 8 of some kind. 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at all the 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got to make a choice though. We can't use it all here. We have no flowers. We have 5 cracks, 6 dots, 7 bam. Okay, so we have 5, 6 in dots, 7, 8 in bams. So let's let the 5 bam go with the 8 crack. It would be awesome to get a flower in the Charleston because then we can play 5, 6, 7 mixed suit kongs, 5th hand down on the right, but we have a gap. We have no flowers. No flowers, right? Oh, wait, we want that 8 bam. If we play 5, 6, 7, 8, here's a 6 dot. We still have tiles we can pass, so we don't have to pick a hand just yet. I'm thinking 5, 6, 7, 8 and sacrifice the 5 cracks. 5, 6, 7, 8, pung kong. Hand of least resistance, 2nd hand down on the right. Under consecutive run. Unless we get a flower in the Charleston. Then I would play 5, 6, 7 mixed suit kongs. No keepers. We have 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 through 8. 5, 6, 5, 6. That's another hand of least resistance. 5, 6, 5, 6, pung kong. We're in between. Let's pass 1 blind. Because here we can do 5, 6, 5, 6. Let's see if we get a hit. No. Okay, so we need to let something go. We should keep going and pick something. Okay, so pung kong. Either way, we can call for the equal number of exposures, and the 6 dot is a kong either way. 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so let's let the 6 crack go because these are efficient tiles and they're going to be more likely held by our opponents. 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 7, 4 can go. We might get that 6 crack back. Let's just hold on to it. I'm thinking 5, 6, 7, 8, pung, kong, 2 suits. Oh, but we still have 5, 6, 7 if we get a flower. Mixed suit kongs. Nope. Playing it smart. We've got discards. I would love to draw in another, I would love to get another multiple in here. The 5 dot would be good. We got it. We got it. Good choice. I think that is where kind of luck comes in really. Well, not really though, because we kind of counted on these efficient tiles not coming in. We did get an efficient tile though, the 5. So I still think it was an okay choice. We were right in the middle. So we can do 3 tiles and we're actually set on this hand. We can pung the 5 dot, kong the 6, pung the 7, and kong the 8. We're ready to go. We are a front runner on this one too. No keepers here. And we had an extra tile. Let's let the 1 dot go. So now we're down to 3 discards, which makes us a front runner. Well, our hand is actually set.
4 characters.
Because we can act on every block. That's what I call being set. Some people call set being ready to win. But I think being ready to win is ready to win.
6 characters.
We're set. Okay, that is not a keeper. Let's let the 5 crack go. Somebody kept it. That would be the player across from us.
2 characters. Two dots.
I just saw another potential hand in here. Okay, let's let the 7 go.
7 characters.
We can get an 8 crack, which got discarded though. That's been discarded. I was thinking we could do single pair pung kong, but the 8 crack is already out, so I don't think
6
so.
bamboos. 2 dots.
We'll keep the 4 for a little bit anyway.
White dragon.
The single pair pung kong hand, 7, 8.
8 characters.
Yeah, there goes the other one. So we're gonna we'll let that go.
9 dots. 7 characters.
The 8 cracks are down.
Red dragon.
If an 8 bam goes down, I would kong, and I think
6 bamboos.
risking the jokers would be worth it to expedite
wind.
hand development. I'd rather draw an 8 bam, of course, but
7
I'm willing to
characters.
risk it because we're set.
2 bamboos.
We're still, we're in the middle game now. We just entered the middle game. The middle game starts at 80 tiles.
1 bamboo. Red dragon.
Okay, we need a keeper. 8 bam would be ideal. Okay, let's see. Let's let the 7 dot go.
7 dots.
We do have 5, 6,
9
5, 6 there.
characters.
5, 6, 2 6 bams are
3
out though.
bamboos.
So those will be good discards.
8 characters.
We don't need a 1 bam.
1 bamboo. 3 dots. Eight bamboos.
There we go. We're going to take it.
Kong.
Okay, now let's discard 4 dot.
4 dots.
So we have 2 discards at the moment.
8 bamboos.
They got one.
6 characters. 8 dots.
Oh, I thought that was the other 8 bam.
White dragon.
Okay, 8 dot is out.
5 bamboos.
That'll be a good discard at the end.
7
3 8
dots.
dots are 3 8 dots are out and 2 6 bams are out. So we're playing the second
5
hand down.
bamboos.
Second hand down under consecutive run. Pung kong,
3
pung kong.
bamboos.
4 dot is already out.
4 dots. 6 characters. 4 characters.
I would love to draw an 8 bam.
3 characters.
Okay, we don't want ear tiles.
2 bamboos.
2 white dragons are out. That's the second 2
Pung.
dot. Oh, we get another turn.
7 bamboos.
There's our pung.
Pung.
Now the 6 bam can go.
6 bamboos.
And we have a good safe discard right here. 8 dot. We're still in
7
the middle game.
7 bamboos.
This 2 bam is
3
available.
bamboos.
3 bam. Oh, that was just discarded.
3 bamboos. 6 bamboos.
If the 5 or 6 go
1
down, I'd
bamboo.
call. It would put
6
everybody on
characters.
alert at that point.
North wind.
Somebody might call that. No winds are out. We're still in the middle game. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Oh,
Green
there's a
dragon.
south right there. There was a hesitation on that wind, though.
3 dots.
We actually have a potential here for a pure hand.
5 dots.
Okay, let's pung.
Pung.
Everybody knows what we're playing, but we're ready to win.
8 dots.
And we're still in the middle game. So we hit that goal again.
Red dragon.
Ready to win on a 6 dot. Or an 8 bam. We could draw for
5 dots.
we could draw for
3
self pick.
characters.
Oh, 5 bam.
5
It's fine.
bamboos.
2 bam is locked in. There's a 2 bam right here. So 8 bam, we could do a
5
joker
bamboos.
exchange. 6 dot is our winning tile.
3 characters. North wind.
Okay. 2 are out.
2 dots. 2 characters. 4 bamboos.
Keeper coming up. Joker.
4 bamboos.
Joker, keeper. 4 crack. 2 are out.
4 characters.
We're in the end game.
2 characters. 7 dots. 8 bamboos.
Oh, we're on a pure hand now.
Flower.
Unless we draw a joker. There's Mah Jongg on a pure hand. Woohoo! I'm sure that was a little bit painful, but we've got a nice win here. 5, 6, 7, 8, pung kong, pung kong. That exchange made them ready to win, so I might have done the same thing. Here, like numbers with 9s and flowers. Winds, look at these winds. Wow, east and west kongs with pungs of north south, I think. Okay, let's try to get in one more game. That was a good game. It was a beauty. I was hoping it would be pure. You never know. I kind of wanted to draw that 8 bam, but I'll take a pure hand. That's kind of nice. Wow, look at these cracks. Oh my goodness. Okay, can we make something out of that? We have a pair of red dragons. So whatever we do, we're going to use those. Maybe we can do a year hand or like numbers with twos. We might be able to do a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. 1, 2 dragon. I think I would stop there. We've got lots of choices in there. So I think I would pass 7, 9, 1. 7, 9, 1. Actually, let's keep the 7 and let the 4 go. Because we could do 6, 7 dragon, 1, 2 dragon, or maybe a year hand. We could maybe do, well, yeah, I think I'd stop there. Oh, that was my phone. Somebody was calling me, but of course I wasn't going to answer it. I'm playing Mahjong. Don't pick up that phone when you're playing Mahjong. Don't do it. So we are in between a year hand or maybe consecutive dragon hand, third one down. 1 multiple, we're maximized. We've got options really. We have a delay here. Uh-oh. What happened here? I hope that delay is not me. Anytime I think I'm stuck, I write stuck in chat, and if it goes through, it's not me. So I am not stuck. I think somebody might have abandoned the table. Okay, now we have our first multiple. We did get an 8 crack. So there's a 2 bam. Therefore, I would let the 1 go. The 1 can go, the 6 can go. Let's see. To use a 2 bam with a red and white, really, we're going to need to play probably a year hand or like numbers with twos, in which case we would need to let the dragon go. We do have some potential in here for 2, 4, 6, 8 to come back. Okay, so we've got 2 bam pair with a red dragon. I wonder if we could get an 8 bam in here. We could play the second hand from the bottom under evens. 2, 8 in bams punged with kongs of dragons. I think that player left the table. Okay, no keepers. We do have a 2, 4 in here. Here's 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, pung kong, right there. 2 bam, 4 bam, 6, 8 crack. So that would require a pretty risky pass with a 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 1, 2. That would be kind of risky. I think I would keep the 2 and pass the white dragon and focus on 2, 4, 6, 8. We could even maybe still play 2, 4, 6, 8 dragon. No keepers. So these we can just pass. Thanks, Red. Okay, we're in a delay because I think somebody left the table. So hopefully the robot, yep. Did you see that auto? 1, 2. Okay, so let's just. Well, it's showing that they're here, but it says auto. That means they left. And this delay confirms it, really. Okay, now we got the 7 crack back. Okay, so let's see here. Without a 4 crack, we really don't need the 2. We could do 2, 4, 6, 8 bams and cracks, or we can do consecutive run with red dragons. We're going across. Our opponent appears to be gone. So we can increase risk there if we want. Let's hope we get a risky pass back. Keepers. That would be really nice. I think we're closer to 2, 4, 6, 8. We're equal because we have a flower. No keepers, but we do have tiles we can pass to the right. A 1, 2, it is a little bit risky. So we have 2 hands with no gaps, so let's risk it. It's a little bit risky there. I'm hoping we get a 6 crack. I thought I remember seeing a 6 crack go around, but I think it might have been a 4. My short-term memory is not good. Okay, let's see if we can get a 6 crack. No, we got a 9. Okay. Well, that really is not helpful. I would pass fully. And I'm just going to say 3 because they're apparently gone. And we have to wait it out. There it goes. Okay, so here we go. 1, 1, 3, 9. Still hoping to get a 6 crack. Or another multiple in here would be really nice. Oh, no, we got the white dragon. Okay, so we're an underdog. We're in between 2, 4, 6, 8 or consecutive with
2
corresponding
dots.
dragon. So, oh, look, we got a 2 bam. Okay. So let's discard the 7 bam.
7
So
bamboos.
I would say 2, 4, 6, 8.
8 characters.
Oh, shoot. We're not ready for that. Pass. We'll need a joker there now. 2 bam. All right. Well, let's just reconsider here because if we can get a 3 bam, we might be able to switch to the year hand with dragons because now we need a joker for that 8 crack. If we play 2, 4, 6, 8. And now we're, okay, why have the robot? Oh, no, we're not ready for that now. So I would not play 2, 4, 6, 8 because we would need another joker for that 4 bam. Here we go. We're going to have to be delayed because this person left the table. So hopefully a robot will take over and it will speed up because this is going to be agonizing otherwise. Okay, we definitely don't need a west.
West wins.
We could maybe switch to 6, 7 dragon and use the 2s as joker bait, but that is not ideal. Typically, if you have a pung, it's not going to be good joker bait because that would mean somebody would have to have the other 2 and jokers, multiple jokers to pung or kong. It's fantastic when that happens though, because then you can get 2 jokers in one exchange, but 1, 2, 4, 1 bam. Okay.
8 characters.
All right, so now we have 1, 2. So we're back to
North
1,
wins.
2 of some kind. Maybe if we can get a 3 bam, we could switch to 1, 2, 3, 4 pong pong.
6
So
bamboos.
let's hold the red dragon for joker bait, and we'll discard
West wind.
the white dragon, and
White
then
dragon.
we'll let the wind or the flower go next.
5 dots.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 gap hand. Not ideal.
Joker.
Maybe we should keep that flower in case we get a green dragon.
9 bamboos.
We could maybe play 1, 2 dragon.
West wind.
Either way, we're playing a gap hand. Wait a minute. Now
9
somebody
dots.
else left the table. Oh, it's the same player. Sorry. I don't want to go on tilt for this. It's okay. It'll be fine. It'll just take a little while to get through this game. That's all. Come on now. What is going on
West
here? Okay,
wind.
there we go. Oh, come on. I hope multiple people didn't leave. What is going on?
6
These other players are good. They have good reputation. I don't think they left. I
South
think
wind.
maybe they had technical difficulties or something. That could be.
3 bamboos.
Oh shoot, that's our tile. So now there's a 3 and a 4 out.
Joker.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh geez. That's
Red
a
dragon.
bit agonizing, really. Okay, we're gonna pass. Oh, okay. Well, there's a 2 crack.
7 dots.
Well, maybe we can hold the dragon for like numbers with 2s.
7
There's a
characters.
2 bam there. We're gonna hold that 4 for a little while.
4 bamboos.
Oh shucks, no. Now that's just not going to be helpful whatsoever.
7 characters.
Okay. Okay, there's 2 dot. All right.
4
There's some
bamboos.
hope in here. So at this point, maybe
1
the 1
character.
bam
8
could be
dots.
joker bait. Okay, now the joker or the robot
2
took
dots.
over. Robot took over. Do you just see how fast that discard happened? That's
7
typically when a robot takes over. Okay,
3
we have a pair of
bamboos.
flowers in there. If we get a green dragon, we kind of want to hold this
4
one
dots.
band. A green dragon would be kind of nice, actually.
North wind.
Okay, 3 dot, I think. Let's see. Let's let the 6 crack go.
6 characters.
So we're in between like numbers with 2s and 1, 2 dragon, but we have a gap.
7 dots.
No green. There's 1 each dragon out. We have the red. We let the white dragon
8
go. That was our
characters.
discard, I think, right there.
7 bamboos.
Okay, we definitely don't need that.
7 bamboos.
So we have 1,
White
2.
dragon.
There's the second
7
white
bamboos.
dragon. Okay, now it's speeding up here.
4 characters.
We need to keep her in here. Green
Pong.
dragon. Oh, we got skipped. A green dragon would be ideal.
White dragon.
Oh, goodness. So that
8 bamboos.
like numbers with dragons is kind of dwindling at this point.
Green dragon.
There's the green dragon. Here's a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's let the red dragon go.
Red dragon.
We have 1, 2, 1, 2, which is a hand of least resistance. 6th hand down under consecutive run. Oh no, really? Another? Oh my goodness, what a crazy game. So, do you see the snow? That means that they got booted. What in the... Oh, no. Okay, I'm just not going to say anything. All right.
5 bamboos.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, goodness.
9 bamboos. Green dragon.
Oh, second green. Okay. 8 bam can go.
8 bamboos.
I'm kind of thinking probably this like numbers with twos.
8 dots.
Not going to work.
2 dots.
Our hand is going to the wayside here.
3 characters.
Okay, we need a keeper. A 3 crack. Oh, let's let the red dragon go.
Red dragon.
Look at, too bad we couldn't get white dragons. Look at the twos
South
in here.
wind.
2, 3, twos.
Flower.
Okay. Whale.
Flower.
I wonder if we could get a white dragon in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Let's let the 1 dot go.
1 dot.
We do have some potential for the
3 dots.
second year hand. Well, maybe with the 3 crack.
7 characters.
The 3 dot is out. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4,
7
2.
dots.
Okay, 9 bam can go.
9 bamboos.
We are in the end game. We're an underdog, but
4 characters.
I think we
Flower.
have an absent player. So we really just have 2 opponents.
9 bamboos.
Another flower. All right, we're going to go for a quint. No, not a quint.
4 dots.
We have another... Oh, shoot. I guess we could try for a
Red
quint.
dragon. 4 bamboos.
2 bam quint with
9
threes.
characters.
Or like numbers with twos. There are no 2 cracks out.
North
Oh,
wind.
there's 3 2 dots out. So that would need to be our Kong.
8 bamboos.
Our Kong tile. I don't think so.
8 dots.
I think what we need to do is play a
9
quint
characters.
or switch to defense. Oh, look, there's a 1. Oh, my goodness. All right.
2
We'll play
dots.
a gap hand. 1, 2 dragon. We're going to need two jokers minimum because there are 2
5
green dragons out. So this is a green dragon. This we need to
8
discard.
bamboos.
1, 2 dragon. That would be Riley running
4
around.
dots.
9. Okay, we need to let this flower go. 3 are out.
Flower.
Hold your breath. Oh,
2 bamboos.
okay, let's Kong.
Kong.
We're playing a gap hand. We do have
9
a chance
dots.
for it, I suppose, but really it's pretty slim to none. I really should fold.
Flower.
I probably should not have done that exposure. I guess I'm just looking for encouragement. Jokers. There's no way we're going to get jokers.
9
3
dots.
are out now. Oh, we got the green dragon. Oh my goodness.
3 dots.
Okay. Well,
8 dots.
maybe we could win. There are 3
North
jokers
wind.
out and we have 1. That's 4. What are the
9
chances
dots.
of us drawing 2 out of the wall? Slim to none. Okay, 2 crack, none are out.
6 bamboos.
We have risky tiles. No 2 cracks are out, and only 1 3
White
crack is
dragon.
out.
7 dots. 8 characters.
Okay, green dragon. 5 crack. None are out. Let's throw the 3 crack.
3 characters.
We need to undefine.
Mahjong.
Oh, shoot. I was afraid of that. I should have undefined and discarded the Joker because there's no way we could have won. That was my bad. All right. That's enough of that. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. I hope that you enjoyed it, even with that bad move on my part in that last hand. I should have switched to defense. I should not have thrown that. I should have not have claimed that 2-bam and just discarded the green dragon and probably the 2 bams. So that was my bad. I know that there's that urge to play to win, though. You got to fight that urge sometimes because we were not going to draw jokers in the last 2 picks. So that was a risky move. All right. Well, so we'll move on and have a better day tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my videos and for sharing about the channel. We'll be back again on Friday night, Simply Social Let's Play live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're free, join us. After that, we'll be back for the doubleheader Nitty-Gritty Let's Play live streams from 1 to 6 next Monday. Moderators, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you, moderators, for helping monitor the chat. Does anyone have any questions? Questions in the chat? Otherwise, I'll log off or sign off, I guess is what it would be. All right. All right, we're going to sign off then. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.